In this module, you will learn about AWS Shield and the valuable protection options available. AWS Shield is a managed distributed denial of service, or DDoS, protection service that safeguards applications running on AWS. The service provides always-on detection and automatic inline mitigations that will minimize application downtime and latency, so there's no need to engage AWS support for your DDoS protection. Now, before we go any further, let's review the difference between DDoS attacks and simple denial of service, or DOS attacks. A DOS attack is a deliberate attempt to make your website or application unavailable to users, like flooding it with network traffic. Attackers may use a variety of techniques that could consume large amounts of your network bandwidth, tie up other system resources, disrupting access for your legitimate users. In its simplest form, a lone attacker uses a single source to execute a DOS attack against a target. In a DDoS attack, an attacker uses multiple sources to orchestrate an attack against you. Sources may include distributed groups of malware-infected computers, routers, IoT devices, other endpoints. DDoS attacks are typically launched from a botnet of compromised computers or internet devices. The objective is to knock the targeted website or application offline for a period of time, disrupting availability for your legitimate users. Sometimes an attacker tries to bring down the website using the way the site communicates with other sites, and that's called the application layer. Application layers don't usually have very large volumes of traffic, so a highly targeted application layer attack may go after a web page with even less than 100 requests per second. Customers use web application firewalls, or WAFs, to block these requests before they reach the web server infrastructure. Mitigating DDoS attacks is challenging. For example, protection is complex to set up and very often involves re-architecting your applications. If you opt to tackle mitigation from an on-premises data center, bandwidth limitations can occur due to scalability issues. An attack would require manual intervention for operators to initiate the mitigation and mitigation vendors and teams to reroute the traffic using a distant scrubbing location. In turn, this delays resolution and increases your network latency. Due to the size, duration, and complex nature of mitigation systems, it can simply become cost prohibitive. AWS Shield can help you overcome these challenges. The service offers two protection options: AWS Shield Standard and AWS Shield Advanced. The standard version provides automatic protection for all AWS customers at no additional charge. The advanced version gives you 24/7 access to a DDoS response team and gives you additional capacity to protect against larger attacks. Let's examine each service tier in more detail. Here are the features of AWS Shield Standard. Now, this option automatically protects any AWS resource in any AWS region against the most common attacks. It'll let you quickly detect DDoS attacks by providing always-on network flow monitoring that inspects incoming traffic to AWS. A combination of traffic signatures, anomaly algorithms, and other analysis techniques are employed to detect malicious traffic in real time. Automated mitigation techniques are built into this service. They're applied in-line to your application, so there is no latency impact to your application. Several techniques, such as deterministic packet filtering and priority-based traffic shaping, are used to automatically mitigate attacks without impacting your applications. You can mitigate application layer attacks by writing rules using AWS WAF, only paying for what you use there. The standard tier provides a convenient self-service option for minimizing application downtime and there's no need to engage AWS support to receive protection against DDoS attacks. With AWS Shield Advanced, you now have 24/7 access to the AWS DDoS response team, also called the DRT. They can be engaged before, during, or after an attack. The DRT will triage incidents, identify root causes, and apply mitigations on your behalf. They can assist you with post-attack analysis. Using advanced routing techniques, this service tier provides additional capacity to protect against larger DDoS attacks. For application layer attacks, you can use the AWS WAF to set up protective rules like rate-based blacklisting to automatically stop bad traffic or respond immediately, all at no additional charge. You'll have complete visibility into DDoS attacks with near real-time notification through Amazon CloudWatch and detailed diagnostics on your management console. The advanced tier monitors application layer traffic to your Elastic IP addresses, ELB, Amazon CloudFront, or even Amazon Route 53 resources. It will detect application layer attacks like HTTP floods or DNS query floods by baselining the traffic on your resource and identifying anomalies. If any of these services have to scale up in response to a DDoS attack, AWS will also provide service credits for any charges incurred due to usage spikes. Now that you understand the features, let's summarize the benefits. AWS Shield provides seamless integration and deployment. With the standard option, your AWS resources are automatically protected from the most frequently occurring network and transport layer DDoS attacks. You can achieve a higher layer of defense by enabling AWS Shield Advanced through convenient management console or, of course, the APIs. Consider the value of customizable protection. With AWS Shield Advanced, you'll have the flexibility to write customized rules to mitigate sophisticated application layer attacks. And these rules can be deployed instantly, allowing you to quickly mitigate attacks. You can set up rules to proactively and automatically block bad traffic or respond to incidents as they occur. And the DRT response team is available 24/7 to write rules on your behalf. AWS Shield is cost efficient, and as an AWS customer, automatic network layer protection comes at no additional cost, resources, or even time to initiate. And with the advanced option, you'll get DDoS cost protection, a feature that protects your AWS bill from EC2, ELB, CloudFront, and Amazon Route 53 usage spikes as a result of any DDoS attack. Now, let's examine how AWS Shield protects your resources. AWS Shield Standard protects your Amazon Route 53 hosted zones from infrastructure layer DDoS attacks, including reflection attacks or SYN floods that frequently target your DNS. A variety of techniques, such as header validations and priority-based traffic shaping, automatically mitigate these attacks. The advanced tier provides even greater protection, visibility into attacks on your Route 53, and help from our response team for extreme scenarios. When using Amazon CloudFront, AWS Shield Standard provides comprehensive protection against infrastructure layer attacks like a SYNAC attack, UDP floods, or other reflection attacks. Always-on detection and mitigation systems automatically scrub bad traffic. Layer 3 and Layer 4 are now protected for your application. For infrastructure layer attacks on CloudFront, 99% of those attacks are detected by AWS Shield and are automatically mitigated in less than 1 second. With the advanced subscription, you'll get additional protection on Amazon CloudFront. The response team actively applies any mitigations necessary for sophisticated infrastructure layer 3 or 4 attacks using traffic engineering. Application layer attacks like HTTP floods are also protected. The always-on detection system will baseline your steady-state application traffic and monitor for anomalies. Using AWS WAF, you can customize any application layer mitigation. For other custom applications not based on TCP, for example, UDP and SIP, you cannot use services like Amazon CloudFront or ELB. In these cases, you often need to run your applications directly on internet-facing EC2 instances. Our standard option protects your Amazon EC2 instance from common infrastructure layer 3 and 4 attacks, such as a UDP reflection attack that includes DNS, NTP, and SSDP reflection attacks. Techniques such as priority-based traffic shaping are automatically engaged when a well-defined DDoS attack signature is detected. You can also get advanced protection against large, sophisticated DDoS attacks for these applications by enabling AWS Shield Advanced on elastic IP addresses. Enhanced detection automatically recognizes the type of AWS resource and size of EC2 instance and applies appropriate predefined mitigations. You can create custom mitigation profiles, and during an attack, all of your Amazon VPC network access control lists, or ACLs, are automatically enforced at the border of the AWS network, giving you access to additional bandwidth and scrubbing capacity to volumetric DDoS attacks. The advanced tier also protects you against SYNAC attacks and other vectors such as UDP floods. Let's go ahead and wrap up by what AWS Shield can do for you. Whether you are running multiple mission-critical web applications on AWS and want visibility and protection from larger and more sophisticated attacks, or you're running a single web application on AWS and want to guard against common DDoS attacks, AWS Shield can help. AWS Shield provides built-in, always-on protection against DDoS attacks and access to tools, services, and expertise that can help you protect your applications on AWS. To learn more, please visit aws.amazon.com/shield.